Hi, my name is Mia. This is my dad, Brian. And today we are doing H for Haunted Mansion. And we are the Disney Dash.
Discussing Disney from A to Z, providing a unique kids perspective. This is the Disney Dash. That's right. We are the Disney Dash. And Mia, we're talking Haunted Mansion today.
His favorite.
It is one of my definite favorites.
Oh, sorry, his favorite Star Wars. He's wearing it right now.
Droids on my shirt. It's so cool.
Dad, it's not S today. It's H.
Okay, well, we'll get to Star Wars, won't we?
No.
Oh,
You already know what S is going to be.
Star Wars.
Stitch.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Do you want me to read from the book?
Yes.
Okay. So just to recap a little bit, as you said, I'm Brian. You're my daughter, Mia.
Obviously.
We're choosing one item out of the book A to Z, the official.
I wanted to say it.
We'll read it.
A to Z, the official encyclopedia by Dave Smith.
Dave Smith, who was the original Disney archivist for the company.
Walt. Oh.
Walt.
I thought you were asking me.
No, Dave Smith. That's the guy. All right. So I am going to read about the Haunted Mansion. The New Orleans Square attraction at Disneyland, supposedly the home of 999 ghosts, with always room for one more. Whoa, sorry. Always room for one more. I bumped the computer. Everything went bumpity bump. It opened in August 9th, 1969. It was thought that it would be a walk-through attraction, but it was realized that there would be traffic flow problems, and so they created the Omnimover. Here they call it doom buggies. So from outside the mansion, it looks elegant. Some designers wanted it to look ominous and scary in a state of disrepair. But
Hey,
Walt
Dad.
Disney...
What does ominous mean?
Ominous means you're not quite sure what's going on, kind of mysterious.
All right, sorry, interrupted.
That's okay. I'm glad you asked. Let's see. Walt Disney said that he'd keep up the outside and let the ghosts take care of the interior. When within the house, Within the house, guests hear narration by Paul Frees as they ride past a number of spooky exhibits and special effects that defy explanation. In Liberty Square at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, it opened October 1st, 1971. What does that mean? It's a first day ride. It was open the day it opened. There are also many iterations of the Haunted Mansion around the world in other parks. As expected. There's also a couple of movies. There is the one that stars Eddie Murphy that's been out for a while. There is also the new one that came out, which is not in this book because this is the 4th edition and it's been out a little while. I believe it's a 10-year-old book. But there was a recent one which was pretty darn good. I enjoyed it anyway.
Well, it had to at least be 11 or 12 because Frozen's in there, and that came out 2013.
Good point. You're a smart kid, aren't you? She's doing the math.
No, I'm 11 and remember that it came out in 2013, which is the year I was born. So
anyway, the best Haunted Mansion movie out there might just be Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus. Go check it out.
Wow.
I love my Muppets. I've talked too much. What do you want to tell us about the Haunted Mansion?
I really like the hitchhiking ghosts.
Yeah?
Hitchhiking ghosts.
Why are you excited about them? What do they do?
I just think they're really cool. It kind of gives off like a the ghosts were in prison, because I remember one of them having like a chain with a ball on it,
Okay,
and sometimes they do that in prisons.
that's true. They used to in older days.
The olden days.
The olden days. Um, the ride itself, the hitchhiking ghosts. There's a part at the end where they will show up in your doom buggy, won't they?
Yes, I was just about to mention that. I think that's the most fun part, because it's fun seeing which one you get.
Okay, and what kinds of things do they do?
Like, I've seen some where they like play with your hair or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've seen one where they like take your face off.
Oh yeah, that.
Or there's one that like he's that's the same one I believe. He's sitting on top of the doom buggy and he reaches down and takes your face off. There's one where the ghost is sitting between you if you have somebody in the doom buggy with you. Um, okay, so that's kind of at the end of the ride. What else within the ride do you remember?
I really like the part where it's the dining room and all the ghosts are dancing.
Oh, in the dining room. Yes, I love that part.
I can't remember, but I think it's where you get to half of it and they're dancing, and then the other half they just all disappear.
Okay.
I think
Well, they kind of disappear as you leave the
that's
room,
what
right?
I mean.
Okay. All right. Cool. One of the parts that I've always enjoyed is the doors before you get to the ballroom or the dining room. There's a bunch of doors. One's breathing. There's one knocking on its own. There's nobody there.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
And that leads into the room with the big old casket, and the guy's like trying to get out. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Anyway, I enjoy that
I
part.
also like that during Christmas they'll theme it Jack Skeleton.
So that is at Disneyland, isn't it?
Oh, it's Disneyland.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So only at Disneyland they will retheme it before Halloween to a Jack Skellington. They call it Haunted Mansion Holiday, and it's basically Nightmare Before Christmas is taken over. And I've heard it's really cool to see. I've watched it on streams and enjoyed it. We should probably get there sometime, huh?
We've only been there once, but not during Christmas.
Haunted Mansion wasn't even open when we were there.
He's kind of mad at that.
That was the one disappointment about that trip, wasn't it?
Think you'll live. That's what I think.
Okay. I appreciate that you aren't too worried about it.
Anything else?
I don't know. Would you recommend it to kids?
Maybe not kids. I'd say not kids under like 6-ish, because it might be a bit scary.
Okay.
Because some parts of it can be scary for little kids because it's a ton of ghosts.
It is. But the end of it's fun, isn't it? The second half is more fun. The first, if you can get through the first half. I remember you having trouble getting through that first half.
In the beginning where all the paintings stretch, that's what I don't like.
Okay.
Because the room's stretching and I already have fears of that, like stuff.
Okay.
So it just gives me a tiny panic attack until we leave.
It's a short period of things. And for your parents, if you are there, you can skip the stretching room, which is the first thing you'll go into when you walk in. So when you leave the kind of graveyard outside and you walk into the building, ask the cast member as you walk in if you can skip the stretching room. So if you have kids that are doing that, you can skip it and they'll take you around and they'll get you right back in line without having to see the stretching room, and then they'll get you onto your doom buggy.
I do think the stretching room is a good part because they kind of explain what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could be stuck there for eternity. No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. I do enjoy the story, and it is a fun ride. So definitely go check it out. Check out those movies. Have you watched any of these movies?
No, I'm not.
You haven't?
Uh-huh.
You haven't watched? You watched Muppets with us.
I've watched the Muppets one.
Did you go to the theater and watch Haunted Mansion with us?
No.
You didn't. I thought you did.
No. I
Okay.
didn't.
Would you recommend the Muppets one?
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny and fun.
My favorite part of that movie, of that one, is where he almost gets married.
Who does?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's Pepe the Prawn. Have I taught you nothing?
Oh, shush. You barely know anything about Lilo and Stitch.
I do too. Experiment 626.
What's Angel's number?
624.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
You got it all?
Yeah.
I love Haunted Mansion. Do you?
I think you've said that a
Okay.
few times. And this is the Disney Dash.